girls, and you can say, good afternoon, Mr. Ferraro. Ready? I'll go first. Good afternoon, boys and girls. All right, much better. Show me your best audience behavior. I know you haven't been to too many assemblies, right? Because of some of the things that we're working through, but when you're at an assembly, you want to always pay attention by looking at the speaker and sitting up straight, right? You think you can do that? So show me that you can do that. All right, today we're here to celebrate two things. We're here to celebrate all the students who best demonstrated the key to success, honesty, over the last few months. So we're going to give out some awards for that. And we're also going to celebrate our school decorating, our Winter Spirit Day. You did a great job decorating the hallways, and we have a montage that we're going to share with everyone, and we're going to share that now. So sit back and enjoy. What do you do after you see something that you like? All right, we're going to get started in 1 minute. Let me just go announce for the school that we're going to cut over to the key ceremony. I'll be right back after this commercial break. Twice. Do you know who this person is? I'm going to embarrass her, right? Do you know who is this person? Raise your hand. Yeah. Give Mrs. Toronto a round of applause. She's going to help me out today with some of the awards. All right. So this month, we focused on, these last 2 months, we focused on honesty. And we're going to start with the kindergartners. Okay? All right. So Mrs. T, I'm going to give you the certificates. I'll announce the kindergartners. Maybe we'll just put their awards on the side for now. No one's coming down yet. All right. And then Mrs. Toronto will have the honors of doing grade 1, and you're in person for those, all right? So we'll just take the kindergarten names and put them off to the side. All right, this month, our kindergarten Keys to Success winners for showing honesty. We're going to start with Mrs. Pate's class. You can clap for Mrs. Pate. There you go. I'm sure she feels the love all the way in her classroom in room 123 over there, so absolutely. All right, the first student from her class. This student shows honesty by telling the truth in our classroom and being fair to her friends all the time. Big round of applause for Tessa Japutra. Also from Mrs. Pate's class. Again, this student is honest all the time, tells the truth, and is fair to his friends. Give it up for Luke Atia. All right. Next class, kindergarten, room 124, Miss Chiffo's class. Sending love your way, Miss Chiffo. This student is honest all the time and always tells the truth. Big round of applause for Brittany Gaffone. Awesome, you guys are so encouraging. Also for telling the truth and being honest all the time, even when it gets tough. Big round of applause to Jack Sweeney Lamonti. The happiest group, I love this group. Let's move on, kindergarten, we're going to go to Mrs. Braddock's class, show her some love. All right, Miss Braddock's winners are... This student shows honesty by telling the truth and is kind and polite all the time. Huge round of applause, Valencia Pierre Luis. Also from Mrs. Braddock's class. This student shows honesty by always taking responsibility for her choices and admitting whenever she makes a mistake, she admits to it, which I think is cool. Alexa Canizio. Kindergartners are getting so much love right now. We're moving on. Miss Pedicini's class. That was a big cheer. That was big. All right, you ready to hear who the winners are? Yeah. Show me that. Show me you're ready. Here we go. This student shows honesty by telling the truth. Even whenever he makes a mistake, he takes responsibility and tells the truth. Matthew Henriquez. Also from Miss Pedicini's class. This student demonstrates honesty each day in the classroom. She is helpful and a very fair friend. Aubrey Bulgarian. And one more kindergarten class. Show the love for Mrs. Lagnice's class. They think they're making some predictions already, but let me tell you the description. This young lady shows honesty by always telling the truth with her friends. Not only her friends, but also with her teachers. Huge round of applause, Eloise Gom. All right, big round of applause for all the kindergarten winners. Kindergarten teachers, make sure you grab a group photo outside your hallway. We're going to move on to grade 1 now. Remember, we'll call all the students down at the end. Everybody, give it up for Mrs. Toronto.
Hi guys, are we ready for grade 1? Yeah. If you're a first grader, raise your hand so I know where the first graders are. Oh, there are a bunch of you, so listen up, okay? They're gonna come on stage. If you're here, you're gonna come on stage when you hear your name. So we have Mrs. Sullivan's class. Where's Mrs. Sullivan's class? There we go. Let's see who's honest in Mrs. Sullivan. I'm sure all of you are. But this month's award for honesty goes to students who show honesty by telling the truth, even when he makes a mistake. And this other student shows honesty by being trustworthy, a good friend, and a good student. So the two students from Mrs. Sullivan's class are Abner Hernandez. So Abner, come on up. Abner Hernandez. You're Abner Hernandez. You come up, Abner Hernandez. No, that's not Abner. Was that? That's what it was. Okay, thank you, Abner. You'll get it in your classroom. Go sit back down with your class. Abner Hernandez, come on up. And the next student was Bowden Hopper. Bowden's coming on up. Who's taking a photo? Okay, Mrs. Sullivan, a photo up. Okay, now you have Mrs. Hakimi and Mrs. Dalton's class. Raise your hands, I know where you are. Beautiful. Okay, so these students show honesty by letting us know when he already has had a turn with something so someone else can have a chance. And that is Cole Fabian. Come on up, Cole. This second student shows honesty by sharing her feelings and asking for help when she needs it. And that's Rachel Gatkinski. Come on in, Rachel. Congratulations, guys. We still have a few more. Yeah, I don't need to be in this picture. No, I'm good. Okay, we have Mrs. Balbo's class. Mrs. Balbo's class. Okay, you're ready back there? We have a couple of students from this class that show honesty by telling the truth when making a mistake and then taking necessary steps to make it right. And that student is Dylan Lloyd. Dylan, come on up. All right, and this next student from Mrs. Balbo's class is always first to tell the truth, especially during challenging times, and that is Brielle Florida. All right, first graders. We have someone from Mrs. Lagnese's class. Mrs. Lagnese's class is not here right now. Oh, they're in the back? Oh, well, no, her name's not on here. Oh, she won for kindergarten. That's why we already said her name. What about the other one?
Who is it? She won for kindergarten. Yeah, so they're supposed to come down and...
All right, we're going to wait. You guys will probably go back and get him?
Yeah.
But we'll get him. All right, so for kindergarten, we have a student who really showed honesty in the classroom. She's always being a good friend. She tells the truth. She's respectful. And her name is Eloise Dom. Come on up, Ellie. Okay, and we have for Mrs. Are we ready? We have for Mrs. Grasso's class. Raise your hand if you're with Mrs. Grasso's class so I know where you are. Okay, let's listen for our names. These first graders who always demonstrate honesty show honesty with their classmates and teachers even when it is hard to do. And that student is Rocco Telesco. And the next student in Mrs. Grasso's class who is always honest and tells the truth in the classroom is Leo Anistor. Come on, Leo. That's you, Leo. Nice job, boys. And the other first grader from Mrs. Laguniza's class, who's not here right now, but he shows honesty when he makes a mistake and took full accountability by admitting to it. And that person is Donnie. But Donnie's not here. So let's give a big hand for Donnie. Grade 2.
Big round of applause for all the first grade winners. Yep. All right, first grade teachers are going to group shot with all the first graders later together, okay? Moving on to grade 2. You ready to give some love to grade 2? You guys sound like you're fizzing out a little. You get tired. Come on, stick with it. Here we go, grade 2. These students worked really, really hard. Here we go. Mrs. Cullinan's class. This student shows honesty when we play our partner games during workstations. Natalie Japutra. Also from Mrs. Cullinan's class. This student shows honesty every day and tells it like it is. Let me say it again. Tells it like it is. It's very honest. Just tells it how it is. I kind of like that. Way to go, Mrs. Cullinan. Big round of applause. Nico Fidelakis. Congrats, Nico. Telling it like it is. All right, moving on. 108, let's show Mrs. Volling some love. Louder, I think she wants to hear you louder. All right, Volling's winners are. One winner shows honesty by always telling the truth, even when she makes a bad choice. Anthea Babakwa. Way to go, Anthea. And another Volley winner. This student is always honest, even when he gets himself into a tough situation. He owns up to the bad choice. He apologizes after understanding maybe he could have made a better choice. Round of applause, Luke Agustinaccio. Not always easy to tell the truth, boys and girls. And last but not least, let's show Mrs. Siegel's class some love. The two winners from Mrs. Siegel's class. One student is an honest young lady. She shows respect by showing honesty to her teachers and classmates. Sienna Tabarez. And also from Mrs. Siegel's class. This student shows honesty and fairness in our classroom community. He is so kind and respectful. Congratulations to Justin Lanza. Big round of applause for all of our second grade winners. And we're going to ask second grade teachers to get a group photo outside your classrooms. All right. What comes after grade 2? Grade 3 with the Whoville.
All right, this young gentleman who just came on board here, this is our first grade winner that we announced before, Donnie. So Donnie will get a certificate later and before. Donnie, okay, you see? Yeah, you're going to get your certificate and you're going to go sit back down with Mrs. Myers, okay? Okay, hold on. it down, me. Or sit back down with Mrs. Myers. All right, grade 3. Grade 3, we have grade 3 for honesty, Mrs. Elizabeth Ryan's class. Grade 3, Mrs. Ryan. This student is honest and lets his teacher know when he needs assistance to do his best. And that is Donovan Ingram. And the second student from Mrs. Ryan's class shows honesty when she gave back tickets that she knew were not hers. And that was Daniele Padilla Contreras. Grade 3, Mrs. Greenstein. Come on. Mrs. Greenstein's class, this student is kind, he's honest, who is well respected by his peers, and that is Jack Cutter. Congratulations, Jack. And this student is kind, honest, who is respected by her peers, and her name is Jenna Ventavanga. And Mrs. Klotter's third grade class. This student is honest with both her friends and adults in our school, even if she knows there may be a consequence. And that's Leanna Actonarian. And Alex from Mrs. Glass's class. Alex, I'm sorry, I'm gonna mess up this name, but you know who you are, Alexander. Demonstrates honesty with his peers and adults in our school. He always tells the truth, even if there may be a consequence. So Alexander from Mrs. Glass's class. Let's give a round of applause for Alexander. Then we have Mrs. Tucker and Mrs. Hurley's class. This student is always honest and very reliable. Her honesty is appreciated by her friends and her teachers. And that is Lucy Cutter. And this student is always honest in every situation. We can always rely on him to tell the truth. And that's Ben Bulgarian. So let's give a big round of applause for all these third grade students.
All right, third grade teachers, if you can round them up and grab a group shot in the hallways. We're going to move on to fourth grade now. All right, first graders, you still with me? Put your hands up in the sky. Put your hands up in the sky. Put your hands down and touch the floor. Clap your hands 3 times. All right, you ready for fourth grade? All right. Mrs. Michael's class. We were like cheering so loud earlier on. This student is honest and trustworthy. Can always be counted on by her friends and teachers. Christina Farrell. There you go, Christina. From Mrs. Michael's class, this student is honest and fair in our classroom. He is trustworthy, friends all. People can trust him. Jackson Japutra. And also from fourth grade, give it up for Miss McKnight's class. Mrs. McKnight's class. This student is honest and trustworthy. He is a leader in our classroom. Blake Volkers. And also from Mrs. Michael's class, this student shows honesty by always telling the truth and asking for help whenever she doesn't understand something. Way to go, Sarah Araniva Rivera. Fourth grade, congrats to all of you. We're going to wrap it up at fifth grade. We do have one fifth grade class with us, and Mrs. Toronto is going to take us home.
All right, so we'll start with the class that's, maybe we'll keep them for last. Mrs. Bonventry, Mrs. Sherman, we'll keep your class last. We'll finish with the best for last, that's what they say, but I'm not so sure about that. Okay, so grade 5, Mrs. Kelly's class. This child is honest with others and with herself. She is Sarah Arias. And this other student from Mrs. Kelly's class is honest and will admit when he's made a poor choice. And that student is Kyle Rothbard. Mrs. Ryan, Fran Ryan, fifth grade Ryan. This student is always honest with peers and adults. This trait is appreciated by all and makes her a loyal friend and a trustworthy student. She is Isabella Jimenez. The next student from Mrs. Ryan's class is a student who is honest and trustworthy young lady. She can always be counted on to tell the truth. Her friends and teachers are grateful for her honesty, and she is Devin Shaw. Mrs. Bates' fifth grade class. This student is an honest young lady as she is trusted by her peers, her teachers, and she is Mia Romano. The other student is an honest young man as he tells the truth, and he is Dylan Lenahan. From Mrs. Cassidy's class, we have a student who is kind, trustworthy, and honest friend to everyone in the classroom, and her name is Elizabeth Garcia. And the last student from Mrs. Cassidy's class is a student who shows honesty and trustworthiness every day in our classroom, and he is Christopher Donis. And finally, from Mrs. Bonventres and Mrs. Fruman's class, this fifth grade student is loyal. He always demonstrates honesty with peers and adults alike, and that student is Owen Klein. Is Owen here? All right. And the last student demonstrates honesty and integrity as she is trustworthy, fair, and sincere with peers and adults alike. And she is Dana Hernandez. All right, and that concludes the honesty keys to success. Everyone give yourselves a round of applause. Give your friends a round of applause. And let's keep up the keys to kindness, the keys to success. Our next key is perseverance. What it means to persevere, that's stick-to-itiveness. The person that can stick to something even when it's difficult, to see things through to the end. Stick-to-itiveness. Keys to success.
So at this point, I'm going to ask all of the winners from the grades that aren't with us, please join us in the cafeteria. You guys did great, bringing energy to the building today, decorating the building. Give yourselves a round of applause. How did Miss Toronto though? She did it right? She did it right?